WWE's Chief Content Officer Triple H speaks out about the Damian Priest pin botch last night at Money in the Bank, and in this video, we're going to discuss what Triple H had to say and what we think was actually supposed to happen during that spot, so you're not going to want to miss this episode of Wrestle Digest. But before we get into it, we got to say we're trying to reach 3,000 subscribers here on the channel, so if you're not subscribed already, make sure you're down below and hit that subscribe button so it helps us get one more sub closer to our goal of 3,000. But with that said, let's just jump right into it here, and that is Triple H speaks out on Damian Priest botched pin at Money in the Bank. And yes, I know a lot of you guys last night watching that PLE were very confused, alongside myself and a lot of other people who were watching the event. Even people who were at the event didn't really know what was happening, and what we're talking about is obviously when Seth Rollins hit the Falcon Arrow on Damian Priest, and the ref counted 1, 2, and there was no kick out, and he just left it at 2. It looked like it was a 3 count, but there was no kick out. It was very weird. You know, it looked like nobody really knew what was happening during that moment. And then, I'd say a minute later or a little more than that, Drew McIntyre's music hit. He came down with the briefcase after winning it earlier in the night and cashed it in, ultimately unsuccessful by CM Punk interference. But after the event, during the post-show, Triple H was asked about this spot where he actually went on to say here that, you know, human beings in a ring, they make mistakes. He said things can happen, stuff like that. He also says it's funny to me how now looking at it, if that was something I was involved in as a talent, I don't care how good the rest of it was, that would be all I would think about it. And that's a good point there, because Damian Priest, it gets enough flack as it is from a lot of media, from a lot of people online, and I'm not gonna lie, like, we here on the channel have been critical of Damian Priest. We have been critics of him for a while. I'm just gonna put that out there. But as much as I want to blame this on Damian Priest, it's not his fault. Like Triple H says here, it was a massive mistake that shouldn't have happened. Do I think Damian Priest was supposed to kick out there? No. I think what was supposed to happen, along with a lot of other people online, is that Drew McIntyre's music was supposed to hit onto, so, you know, you know, the sword comes in, Damian Priest walks, or Drew McIntyre walks down with the briefcase during the pinfall, so it looks like, you know, he kicked out, whatever, because everybody turns their attention to the walkway where Drew McIntyre then comes down to cash in. So I think that might have been a little bit of a botch on the production side. Not saying that the production was horrible, because I thought it was great last night, but everybody makes mistakes. Like Triple H said, he can't have it, nobody's perfect. You can't have it perfect 100% of the time. I mean, you know, in a perfect world, Drew McIntyre's music hits, he comes down, we never talk about this botch, but it just seems like, you know, in this situation, Damian Priest was waiting for that, and, you know, it wasn't just because, you know, he was lazy and didn't kick out. I think there was a whole, I think that was supposed to happen, and the heat that he's getting online today is definitely not good. It's not good, in my opinion. I think he doesn't deserve this. I think, you know, from what I've seen of Damian Priest, yes, I've been critical of him, but last night kind of opened my eyes a little bit. I thought he had a great performance last night, and Triple H did as well, as he went on to say here that, you know, it's a shame that that's all people will talk about. He said if he had the power, he would go and shut Damian Priest's phone off, not to go look online and see the hate that he was getting. They also said, you know, you got to think about all the other great stuff that happened in that match. I mean, there was so much. I mean, CM Punk come out, attacked Drew with the chair. Drew cashed in. He lost again. Damian Priest retains with the South of Heaven on Drew McIntyre yet again. And he also said how great of a job. You got to talk about how great of a job he's done as world champion. Yes, I've been critical of this. Yes, I'm going to say that, because I don't want people saying, yeah, now you're talking him up, but you've been hating on him for the whole time you've been doing this channel. But I think he had an amazing performance last night. One thing that I would like to see changed here from Damian Priest, we need to see him win clean. We really need a Damian Priest clean win. I mean, he's winning off Judgment Day interference. He's winning off CM Punk interference. We need a match where Damian Priest wins clean. And do I think that's against Gunther? No, because I think Gunther wins the championship off Damian Priest, 100%. But I would like to see, you know, leading up to this, maybe he takes on Ludwig Kaiser for the title on Raw or something. He wins clean that way. I just think we need to see this happen for Damian Priest because, you know, you could make the case for Roman Reigns. Obviously, he won by interference a lot and stuff like this. But I think this is what Damian Priest needs to get into, you know, our heads, you know, the fans watching this. I think he's been a great champion. Do I think he's the best champion that could be in the WWE right now? No, but I think he's been solid. I think, you know, he obviously has worked this hard to get where he is, and he definitely deserves this opportunity, but I just think Damian Priest needs, you know, that clean win to say, hey, I'm the champion, I'm dominating type of thing. You know, that's just my opinion on it, but we also did get some more stuff out here from Triple H. He said that's what he's done to get there. He deserves it. Obviously, he said because he deserves all the credit in the world for all those things, he has stepped up to a place where when you see him as a performer, I feel like I'm watching a champion come out. I feel like I'm watching a top-tier guy. And yes, like I said, the dirt kind of got wiped out of my eyes last night. I've been a Damian Priest hater, but he looked good last night in that ring. He had some crazy kicks and stuff that really looked good for him, and he had some great moments in that match that really opened my eyes to how good of an in-ring performer that Damian Priest actually is. And we also wanted to say here, he said, that's on him. That's how he handles himself. He made himself into that own position. He's done an incredible job of it. I'm incredibly proud of him as a performer. Late in his career, he said to get to this level is something no one thought he would ever be able to do. He got himself in incredible shape and done an unbelievable job. He also says, I hate it for it to be like, oh yeah, you're that guy that didn't kick out that one time. That's the shame part to me because his performance tonight was off the charts, as Seth's, as was Drew's, as was Punk's, as with everybody else in the show tonight. It's just the way the world works sometimes. And, you know, that's a great point by Triple H here, in my opinion. I think, you know, you don't want to be known as that guy who didn't kick out, you know. When in a couple of years down the road, people aren't going to be like, oh my God, Damian Priest was that guy who didn't kick out at Money in the Bank. And you know, that's just not what's going to happen, in my opinion. I think a lot of people are going to look back on Damian Priest as the champion, as El Campeon, as Senior Money in the Bank, as the leader of the Judgment Day. That's just what people are going to see. But there are some people out there who will look back and say, oh my God, Damian Priest is that guy who didn't kick out that one time. But like I said, we've been critical of Damian Priest's performance, but last night, I thought he looked good. I thought he looked fantastic. Do I think his mic work could use a little bit more work? Yes, I definitely think he could put some more emotion into his promos and stuff like that. That's the one thing that I'm critical on Priest of, is just his promos. I think he needs to be a little bit better on the mic. I know a lot of you guys in the comment section have been saying he's great on the mic, but yeah, he is. He's solid on the mic. I'm not saying he's the worst in the business on the mic, but I think he could use a little bit more work. I think every time he goes out there, it's kind of that monotone voice that gets me. I know it's his voice, but I think if he gave a little bit more energy into it or something like that, it could definitely work out better for Damian Priest. But I think he's been doing a solid job as champion. I think, you know, obviously he's been winning a lot by interference. Like I said, I'd like to see him win not by interference, but as it comes to this, you know, botch, you know, Triple H has it right here. You know, mistakes happen. You can't knock a guy for not kicking out when in reality he probably wasn't supposed to kick out. Like I said, it seemed like Drew McIntyre's music was supposed to hit. It was a very awkward moment between, you know, the in-ring personnel and the backstage personnel, where, you know, the referee ended up at 2, and Triple H obviously said this, the referees, or Michael Cole said in this match that the referee's decision is final, stuff like that, and maybe we seen something that we didn't. It seemed like the announcers were confused, the in-ring people were confused, and it just seems like it was just a very awkward minute within this match that, you know, is going to be talked about, because, you know, it is a big deal, because, you know, it's for the title. He didn't kick out. It was supposed to be a 3, and it just didn't happen, and Seth Rollins is the world champion. You know, that's all that matters. But I think what was supposed to happen here, like I said, is Drew McIntyre is supposed to come out during this count, but it didn't happen, and that just kind of threw a wrench into it all, and, you know, it sucks for Damian Priest because he's going to be getting belittled online now because he didn't kick out during this match, when, in reality, he probably wasn't supposed to do this. But I'm going to say it, and I know, it hurts me to say it, but I gotta give a shout out to Damian Priest here. I mean, great performance last night. Keep your head up. I think you're great talent in the WWE. Would like to see a little bit more from you out on the mic, but as far as in-ring ability goes and how far you've come in a short amount of time of wrestling, it is very big. And we gotta give respect where respect's due here, and all respect goes to Damian Priest. And I think, you know, he's a great champion. Will I think he wins at SummerSlam? Definitely not. But I want to hear your thoughts on this Botch down below in the comment section. Love to hear what you guys had to say about this. I've seen a lot of things online saying, you know, either it's, oh, he didn't kick out, oh, Drew McIntyre was supposed to come in. I'd like to hear what you guys think was supposed to happen during this spot. Love to hear your guys' thoughts down below in the comment section. We're going to get in everybody's favorite topic here, which is comment of the day. And the comment of the day today goes to Charlie. Charlie says, but that would be Rikishi as a heel. That don't work for me, brother. And that's obviously in our video talking about Rikishi joining the new bloodline. And yes, I know it would be weird to see Rikishi as a heel, wouldn't it, Charlie? I mean, that would just be weird, but I think he could definitely do it. I think it's a different side of Rikishi that nobody's ever seen before. And I think that this new bloodline, after, yes, having a fantastic match at Money in the Bank last night, does need that mouthpiece. And do I think Rikishi could turn heel and do this? 100%. I'd love to see this happen for sure. But shout out to you, Charlie. Love seeing your comment down below on the video. And if you guys enjoyed this one, make sure down below, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're on the road for 3,000 subscribers. Like I said, really appreciate it if you went down, hit that subscribe button, and comment on the video. It might be featured on the next comment of the day, just like our buddy Charlie here. But with that said, if you want to check out a video I did last night after the pay-per-view talking about John Cena, it'll be popping up on your screen right now. But as always, I've been your host, Casey. We'll catch you in the next one.